hello and welcome to the next episode. So last episode we talked about colours and health bars and first person and importing textures. So in this one, what we will do is, first of all, I'm going to set up a pause function, so for my OBS, so one moment. There we go, that's set up. So in this one we're going to talk about how to create an enemy. Now this one is really confusing, so don't matter if you don't understand it, we'll go into depth on how to do it. Okay, so to create our entity, we're going to make a class so we can have bow rain over it. So obviously, what you want to do, create the class. If you don't understand how class works, doesn't really matter. Give it a name, so I will call this, okay, 2 spaces, not good, enemy 1. And then you just want to give it a thing and then put entity, because it is going to be an entity inside of the game. What you want to do next is basically, my apologies, that was it. It's just not a dot. So define init, and then you want to do self, and you have to add this, I just like to kit. And then you want to do this and super. I know super. Underscore. No, that's not underscore. Init. Underscore. And then this is the main part. So like we had, like we had down here, model and everything. So this is where you want to put your model. So in this case, it'll be a cube again. Love cubes. Who doesn't love cubes? So cube. Comma, make the texture a brick. Why not? And give it a collider. Obviously you need a collider. Collider equals box. Right. Also, one of the main things you want to know is that update does not work mod once, nor does import. You can only use it once unless you have a class. In this case you can define update and it will work alongside any other updates that you have. So what we could do is just say we'll set up a distance, so distance equals distance underscore xz. You don't need the like one, apparently. So we need to pass the self parameter in here. So self dot position, and then so that tests for its current position, and player dot position. So we need that self player down here. So it's just testing for our position. So now what we could do is, I believe it's self dot look at, and then we could do player. I believe. I'm not sure how look at works. I haven't really messed around with that one that much. And of course you need to spawn it in, which I forgot to do. So one of the main ways we can do to spawn it in is by giving it a variable. In this case I will not. So what we're going to do is just put enemy. Oh my god, can I spell please? Enemy 1, and then we just want to do like x equals 4. Just put it away from us. So that should spawn it in. He says should, and it did. It's in the ground. So we'll set its Y position up a little bit. Y equals 2. Okay, right. What? Oh, it's underneath me. Why are you still on the floor? Why? What? Why are you still on the floor, man? What is this? Bizarre. We'll just get rid of the lookups, and then we don't need that. We don't need it. But my jolly good sir, why are you still on the floor even though I gave you a y coordinate of 2. Huh? Would you prefer if I gave you a 5 coordinate? Would you provide that I put in range 1? Is that what you want? Do you want a range? Why are you in the floor, my good sir? Dare I say it's because I did something wrong? Perhaps it's because, I didn't put your, default coordinate in there. Right? It's probably also because I forgot a comma. I bet you're gonna work now, aren't you? Yeah. Always forget to do that. Always put it in first. That's not to say that is always the best to put it in first. So now it is over there. So now the lookout should work. So self dot lookout 2D player. I know the distance will come in handy later. I'm just setting up it now. So self refers to just the class. You don't really need to understand this. This just stands for initialize. Super is, I don't even know myself, to be honest. I just know that you got to do it. Oh, there it is. Super, same as super class. First argument, super unbound. So you read that. Super dot initialize, and then obviously the model. You understand how to read and what English is, unless you're foreign, in which case I apologise for this video. It's not for you. So define. So it creates a function, and it's called update. Update is called every frame. This puts the self thingy in it. So as you can tell, super self. This refers to the class. Self, so self position is the position of the enemy, and play position is the position of the player. So self that look at. So this refers to itself to look at the player. Should work. If it doesn't, and I don't know. As you can tell, it does work. I know it seems to be just swinging, but I'm pretty sure if I turn off the TD version and put it as the default version, yeah. So now it always looks at you. I know it doesn't look like it does, but it does. So we'll keep it as 2D for now. What we could do is set the Y position to 1. I don't know, I changed it in buff, and that was just a bit idiotic of me. So now that should spawn. Yep, spawn right there. Okay, you can stop looking at me now. You can stop. I'll take you out. As a matter of fact, it comes great disturbance to me that I actually did it wrong. Self dot look at 2. This is why it looked funky. It's not just play. You also want to put the Y. This makes it look normal. There we go. Now it looks normal. So to create the enemy, we're going to use distance. So what we could do is say self dot position plus equals self dot forward self dot forward time dot tt times, and this will be our speed. I'm not sure if this works, but it should. Invalid syntax. No. My apologies. I don't know how I missed that. Times time.dt. So this will say how fast it is. Because it's always looking at you, it should go towards you. As you can tell, it is spinning crazily. I turn down the speed a little bit. Turn it down to 1, preferably. And now it's slowly coming towards us, like a little snake. So this is where the distance part comes in. So what we could say is, if distance is, so distance would be greater than, so if distance is greater than, but we don't want it to be greater than, we want it to be, if distance is less than, let's say 10 actually, then we want it to do all this. So we just do is select it all and tab. And then it should only come after us if we're in the distance of 10, but it will constantly look at us. Oh no, because I put it in Yeah, so stop looking at us unless we go up to it and boom, snaps on us. Kind of like a snail. So what we could do is actually make a snail type game real quick. But we'll do that in the next episode. Thank you for tuning into this one, and next episode we'll create a little snail game, I suppose. Alright, see you in the next one.